Hi, I'm Nick. I'm the Managing Editor for Lifestyle, and it's been a fantastic year for fashion in 2012. We had Stella McCartney designing the British costumes for the Olympics, Victoria Beckham causing an absolute sensation at Fashion Week, and our very own Queen causing a huge rise in British style as she celebrated her Diamond Jubilee. Now we're going to take a look at what's hot for 2013, looking at the fashion, hair and beauty trends with Gok Wan, our celebrity hairdresser Mark Woolley, and our fashionista Charlene Campbell.
I think 2013 is all about wearability. I think we've had quite a tricky year. We've had some huge events, and we've had lots, Olympics, and we've had weddings and jubilees and just big stuff. And so we've had loads of references. A great year. It's been wonderful, but I think next year we all need to breathe and relax a little bit. I think we've exhausted ourselves, and so I think wearability is going to be huge. I think it's about keeping it relaxed, very, very comfortable, but super sexy as well. And I think our attention to detail and fabric will be another thing as well, because I think we're going to feel like we need to treat ourselves next year. It's amazing how much fashion is directly influenced from our big events in our lives. So when we've had so many big parties and events to go to, next year we might feel like a little bit like we've had Christmas. It might feel a little bit like we've got nothing to look forward to. So I think that we want to spoil ourselves next year. So it's all those silks and satins and really beautiful prints. We want our clothes to make us feel very happy.
It's probably the close link between hair and fashion. In this country, London is known for its youth culture, street culture, art, music, fashion, everything working closely together. I think that link is the key to how our industry moves forward.
Moving imagery is absolutely going to have the biggest impact in 2013. Since 2009, it's slowly been invading the fashion industry, and I recently got an eBay catalogue, and it had the model posed, she was blinking, the bag was swinging, so it's quite interesting, and I think it's the fashion industry's way of saluting techno-fashion, saluting technological innovations.
We're about to see a massive renaissance from Lanvin again, and I think Lanvin was up there, and then kind of went off the spectrum slightly. I think Stella is doing some incredible stuff. I think, actually, and I do think some of the older ones, like I think Alaya as well, and I think that Nina Ricci and Givenchy and all those kind of old, beautiful fashion houses will have a renaissance again, and I think that's because female fashion is gonna get really feminine, and I think we've been quite hard with our oversized suiting. I think we've been quite androgynous for a little while. I think next year it's going to be about celebrating femininity in the female form, and I think that those old fashion houses, well, that's what they did best, and it's what they do best. And so I think they're going to be the big players. I think we're all going to be looking to see what they're doing.
I think 2013 will see some new rising stars. I think from the industry, they're likely to be editorial hairdressers. We've spoken about the link between fashion and hair and beauty. Consumers know to look to the catwalk for trends, and I think as they do that, the people being championed are editorial and session hairdressers.
I would say new gen designers Michael van der Ham and J.W. Anderson. Michael van der Ham has a great play with colour and print. So he creates almost 3D shapes with his collections, whereas J.W. Anderson, he borrows from men's fashion and women's fashion for his collections, so he has a new approach to the boyfriend look. It's quite exciting, actually.
Well, the sport lux, I love the sport lux, and I do really have a massive love affair. The minute I finish work, the quiff comes down, the relaxed jersey goes on. I would live in those kind of clothes if I possibly could, and so I think we're going to see loads of that. And I think even people like Acne and APC that are doing really, really well this year. I think that they're starting to introduce all the silk trousers and the satin pieces, and I think we're going to see that across the board. Actually, I think it's going to become it's going to be sports pyjama, I'm going to call it. I think we're going to see loads of that, and it's very exciting.
When we're talking about trends, they can be subjective. As well as they can be based on fact. My personal feeling is we've had a real return to the early 90s. If you look at how adverts are being shot, They're often being shot in the way the early Calvin Klein ads were in the 90s, you know, using Kate Moss, that type of lighting. And if you look at hair, you know, it's long, it has texture, but it's still polished. In London, I think we're different from some of our European cities and other fashion capitals in that street culture plays a part. Hair is undone, it's natural, it's effortless, and even when it really has been done, you know, it's loose and it feels textured.
In terms of trends, we saw so many in September across London, Paris, Milan, New York. But I would say the standout trend would definitely be monochrome, from Marc Jacobs for Louis Vuitton right through to Martin Margiela's voluminous collection. It was really amazing, actually. So I think it's going to be huge next year. Lots of monochrome. It's going to be the staple wardrobe look.